Everything out of me. They gonna get a Super Bowl out of me. Believe that. Believe that. I'm a Raven. It's on. All year. Every year.
Hey guys, welcome in again to another video. Today we're going to be talking about preseason watch list for Game 2. So this is going to be the Ravens going up against the Washington Commanders, who they had joint practice with, two of them earlier this week. So they're going to be facing them on Monday night, 8 p.m. And this is sort of a list of, just like the first video, some players that I'm going to be watching out for, good or bad. How many reps are they going to get? Where do they play in the game? How much of the game do they play? And, what do they look like playing in it? So we got this broken down into position group. The first group that we're going to talk about is the quarterbacks. So I don't expect to see Lamar in this game either. I don't expect to see him at all in the preseason, really. But I do expect to see a lot of Anthony Brown and Josh Johnson. Now, I've already made my case known for Josh Johnson, and Anthony Brown didn't exactly light the world on fire last time he was out there. But, this is another opportunity, different team. Yeah, I'm excited to see how they look. I want to see if Anthony Brown can do a little bit better. I want to see if Josh Johnson can do a little bit better. See if somebody can secure that number 3 spot. Next up, running backs. Last week we got to see both Gus Edwards and Justice Hill alongside Keaton Mitchell and Melvin Gordon. This week, not really sure how much we see of Gus Edwards or Justice Hill. With the preseason games shortened from 4 to 3, I know there's less time for the starters to get work in, meaningful games and reps before the season starts, so we could be seeing some of them. We're not going to see any of JK. I'm more interested in the battle between Keaton Mitchell and Melvin Gordon, because one of these guys I think can make it onto the practice squad, and the other one is going to get grabbed off waivers. Melvin Gordon is going to make it onto the practice squad. Keaton Mitchell is a young running back who has special teams potential, and he looks pretty good in the backfield so far. If he has another game like he did against the Eagles, he's gone if we try to stash him. So, I don't know what that means as far as our roster depth, especially with the cornerback, but we'll get to that later. Hey guys, real quick. If you're enjoying the video so far, go ahead and give it a like. And if you want more, you can head over to my channel and hit that subscribe button while you're there. Also, if you know anyone who is a Ravens fan that might enjoy this video, please share it with them. Alright, let's get back to the video. Alright, next up, the battle at left guard continues between Big Salah and John Simpson. And this game, I think, is really going to show what the coaches think about where these guys are and how many reps they get, whether it be against the first stringers or second stringers or whatever the best group is that the Commanders put out. That's who I think they feel is in the lead right now for that position. All right, next up we got the tight ends. So I still don't think we see Mark. There's just really no reason to. I think we do see Isaiah if they give him the go, if he's healthy enough with that contusion. Charlie Kolar I do expect to see. And I want to see more of Travis Vokalek out there. I really want to see what he can do as far as being a blocking tight end. I know he's a big guy. Seen him have a couple of good catches. I want to just see a little bit more of that consistency. He might be a guy that they're able to stash on the practice squad, but, I'd like to see what he's able to do in the second preseason game. Next up, wide receiver. And although there's still a good amount of wide receivers on the team, Kai Polk did get waived. The 4 that I'm really focusing on are Tylan Wallace, who I believe still has the lead as of right now with the number 6 spot. Laquan Treadwell, who's probably the closest to getting that 6th spot from Tylan. Sean Ryan, who had a really good first preseason game against the Eagles, looking to see if he's going to continue to play well. And then James Prochet. And I don't necessarily think that James Prochet is going to steal the 6th spot, but I want to see if he's able to bounce back. I do like James Prochet. I hope he gets a chance on another team, but certainly doesn't look good for the Ravens this year. Next up, we've got the safeties. So, the safeties I'm looking forward to seeing. Brandon Stevens, who very much a hybrid right now. Daryl Worley, really liked his game last week against the Eagles. Ardarius Washington, and Geno Stone. If Geno Stone plays, that is. Geno Stone is a really good depth piece for them. He's sort of a half starter, half depth piece because on some of the teams he probably would be a starter. So we're lucky to have him there. All right, next group, inside linebackers. So really liked what I saw from Del'Shawn Phillips. Want to see more from him. Didn't see very much from Josh Ross in the last game, so I'd really like to see more from him. Christian Welch, he was tackling the guy when the forced fumble came out. Not too much else that I remember from him. And then Malik Harrison, who started the game off well, and then didn't really seem to show up too much later in the game. All right, outside linebackers. I want to see more from David Ajabo. I don't know. I didn't feel like he performed as well as he would like. So I'd like to see what he can do against this Commander offensive line. I want to see more from Jeremiah Moon. I want to see more from Malik Ham. I'm hearing really good things about him in camp. And then Tavius Robinson looked pretty good in his debut last week against the Eagles, for a rookie. So I want to continue to see him do well and try to stack some success. All right, last group, we're going to talk about the cornerbacks. So they signed Ronald Darby 2 days ago. Jalen Armour-Davis is apparently healthy. He's practicing. So whether he gets in the game or not, I guess we'll see. I do want to see him. I want to see him against some talented competition before the regular season starts. We also signed DeAndre Houston Carson. I know he was with Chicago, I believe, before he came over here. And then the rest of our guys who are still vying for some cornerback spots, Kevon Seymour, Corey Mayfield Jr., and Caillou Kelly. So I'd like to see what we have in some of our young guys, especially Jalen Armour-Davis. But if Darby's out there playing and Houston Carson's out there playing, I want to see what some of these depth pieces look like for us. At this point, earlier today, this being the 18th of August, we signed Jadeveon Clowney. I don't expect to see him out there, maybe in the third preseason game, if at all. But he's a veteran, so I don't know how much we need to see him. And quite frankly, if he passes our conditioning test, I'm not really worried about it. So, all right, guys. Well, those are the position groups and those are the players that I'm interested in, especially for this preseason Game 2 against the Washington Commanders. But who knows? Last week there were some surprises like Sean Ryan, who really stepped up and surprised me. So maybe we'll see that again out of some of the others. But I'll check back in with you guys after the game, and we'll do our winners and losers from Week 2. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.